Hello and welcome everyone, this is Adam from Critical Impact Gaming, and today I actually don't have a Wi-Fi battle for you. I do have some Showdown battles for you. I'm going to have two in this video. I was pretty much just trying to make a cool Drapion team, and this is what I came up with. This one, Drapion doesn't do a whole lot. I did have some battles where I actually did sweep with him, but those were all like super easy battles, and I don't like uploading boring, easy content. So I got this one for you. This one turned out pretty good. I also have another crazy one right after this, so let's hop right into the battle. So right here, my opponent's going to lead off with the Skarmy as I lead off with my Kyurem, and he doesn't know what item I have. I could be Specs for all he knows, so I'm going to go ahead and just fire off a Freeze Dry since nothing on his team is really going to appreciate that. This also allows me to gauge what ability and item his Clefable might be. I guess see if it's Leftovers or Heavy Duty Boots, I guess see if it's Unaware or if it's Magic Guard, and he does take some burn damage there from my Will-O-Wisp, so it does confirm that he is the Unaware set. So he's just going to go ahead and knock off as I go out into my Iron Man Scizor over here. He's going to bring out his Scizor again. I did want to just get out the Bullet Punch just in case he decided to stay in and go for like a Fire Blast or something, but he didn't. That's cool though. I'm just going to go ahead and knock off and get rid of that Rocky Helmet on his Skarmy, and I do have Roost, so I'm not even worried about the residual damage from that Rocky Helmet that I took a little bit ago. So I'm just going to go ahead and go into my Machamp, activate my Flame Orb, and as you do see, I am actually the Guts set, not the No Guard Dynamic Punch set. I think this is actually a lot stronger set than Dynamic Punch. Dynamic Punch is scary because of the confusion, but that's really it. And right there, the Iron Defenses with the Skarmy were kind of scaring me a little bit, but I guess he didn't really want to stay in against my Rotom because he could probably just die from a Volt Switch or maybe a Hydro Pump, or even get burned, something like that. So he's going to go into Drag Pull, go for the U-turn as I bring out my Drapion, and I just get off the Agility. I unfortunately didn't have the opportunity to get off the Swords Dance. I thought he was just going to go for the Earthquake, so I want to get the Night Slash off right away, just trying to get some crits in there. I did get a crit, but that's not even doing 50%, so it's kind of, well, yeah, not doing 50% after the Leftovers, so that's kind of not working for me. So I'm going to go into the Landorus, predicting an Earthquake, and then I'm going to double switch into my Kyurem here, and I do get Poison. That's kind of unfortunate, but I am just going to go ahead and fire off a Freeze Dry. Like I said earlier, nothing on his team wants to take the Freeze Dry, especially this Slowking right here. I mean, he could go for Scald if he has it and just thaw himself out. Maybe he didn't think of that, or maybe he thought he just wanted to wear out my my Toxic turns. Either way, this Clefable is going to come down very low to that. I think that was 9%, and then I do unfortunately go down to the Toxic damage. However, I do get the opportunity to bring in my Champ here. As he goes for a Soft Boiled, he really should have just gone for the Moonblast, because I'm going to go for a Poison Jab, bring it down to 11 and then 5% after the burn damage. So all I really need to do is get off some Stealth Rocks, and his Clefable will not be a problem for me. He does get off the Roost with his Skarmory, but he's faster than me, so his Roost eliminates his Flying type, making my close combat super effective, and I can take it out. And this part's really cool too. I got super lucky, and he misses Draco, so I was able to take out his Dragapult with the knockoff, so the Choice Specs really really wasn't too useful for you there, huh, bud? So I'm going to go into my Landorus Therian here, predicting just like a CC, yeah. Yeah, no need to over-predict right here. I mean, it's just a Drakion. They always have close combat. Right here, I think I go for either Toxic or EQ. Okay, yeah, I go for EQ, just because he did have that physical and special defense drop from the close combat. Now here, my Landorus does get Toxic, so that's kind of unfortunate. He's starting to wear down my team a little bit. I do have the advantage though, since I have 5 to his 4, and he has some super bulky Pokemon. But I am able to get the Swords Dance off, and his Earthquakes are only doing about 34%, give or take, as I have Roost, so that 50% recovery for me is going to be super essential in getting this Swords Dance Bullet Punch knockoff sweep. So he does just give up right there, and that's super cool for me. I mean, I could just Bullet Punch the rest of his team, but it's whatever really. So let's go ahead and get into this next battle. So this one right here is actually a team that my friend Nick, aka PKS Young Lattery, passed to me. It's supposed to be a Sylveon Power Herb Diggs team, specifically to take out Heatrans, and we'll get to that a little bit later on. We'll see if we could get to work or not. So he does just go for the Hurricane. I'm gonna go for the Workup, and then as he U-turns out, I do go for the Mystical Fire to lower his special attack. As he brings in the Slowking, and that's really not doing anything. What was that? 13%? Yeah, just about. But it is lowering his special attack, so it's giving me a little bit more survivability. I was thinking about just going for the dig on the Slowking right there. It could have worked, but he does just go into the Heatran, absorb my Mystical Fire with his Flash Fire ability, and take me out with a Flash Cannon because I have no speed investment. So that was really embarrassing, actually. This team was specifically made to take out Heatrans with Sylveon, and it couldn't even do that. He does actually just stay in thinking that I'm just a standard Neo King, and he dies to that EQ right there. And then he's going to go ahead and bring in his Garchomp. I don't want to stay in on that thing, so I'm going to switch on to my Mandibuzz. He's going to go for the Swords Dance and Stone Edge, as I go for the Foul Plate because I do live it with just a small little sliver of HP, and I take out the Garchomp. So then he's going to bring in his Zeraora. We'll switch out, and let's see if we can catch up here. So my Mandibuzz did die. That's a little unfortunate. I could have used it, I guess, against the Tornadus. I couldn't think of his name there for a second. So Kyurem's going to come in. I'm going to send out my Regi-Steal, take that Earth Power pretty well, as he does just roost up. I'm going to get up my Stealth Rocks, so now I got to see if he's Boots or not. Boots or Specs. I'm thinking he's probably Scarf, actually, because that Earth Power didn't really do that much now that I'm thinking about it. So he does just throw me out with his Heatran. I really don't want to stay in with that thing. I really only have my Nidoking left for this Heatran, and Nidoking kind of has to deal with a lot to be able to take out his Heatran. I got the Tornadus to worry about, I got the Zeraora to worry about, I got the Kyurem to worry about. Honestly, everything else that's remaining on his team is huge threats to my Nidoking. So I did just get that Safeguard up because I thought he was going to try to Toxic Stall, but he just takes me out with the Magma Storms. He gets off the Hurricane here, as he predicted that Earthquake pretty well, and unfortunately I do not kill him because I'm not fully invested in special attack. So that's a little bit unfortunate for me. I'm thinking maybe I should just call it quits. Let me go ahead and click the X button, and I was on Discord with my friend Nix, and he's just like, no, just play it out. We'll see what happens. So I'm like, okay, fine, whatever. I got this super bulky Dragonite with Dragon Dance, Dual Wing Beat, Heal Bell, and Roost. It's super fun to use, super trolly, but I can't use it on Switch Bells because it is just like super stally, honestly. I mean, it's fun to use, but it is pretty stally of them on. So the what was that? The Tornadus finally died to the Wing Beat, as he sends out his Zeraora here. He's trying to break my my multi-scale and get off some nice hits, maybe a crit or something. But I do set up another Dragon Dance, and then I go for the Dual Wing Beat, and I am able to take out the Kyurem, doing 44 and 26% to it. So now this part gets pretty stally because it's you know, I don't have a super effective move. My only move he actually resists, and it's only 40 base power per hit. So I guess 80 base power technically, but I do speed this up because it's like, I don't know, 10 or so turns. But he's pretty much just trying to hit me with Magma Storm and some Flash Cannons as I try to roost up, and hopefully he'll miss a Magma Storm or something like that. Unfortunately for me, he does get the special defense drop right there with that last Flash Cannon, so I'm like, I cannot roost up again, he'll just kill me. I'm just gonna have to get some chip right here if I can, and he just takes me out with a Flash Cannon. I'm like, okay, Nick, can I please press X now? He's like, no man, he might miss, and he does. Surprisingly enough, he does. So I go for the Seismic Toss. I'm like, okay, that's not gonna happen again. It happens again. He missed. I go for another Seismic Toss, but he lives on 2 HP. I'm like, okay, maybe I'll just go for Protect, increase my survivability just a tiny little bit, and then I realize something. Guys, that's his last Magma Storm. He only has Earth Power and Flash Cannon left to hit me with, so I can go for another Seismic Toss and take out the Heatran. Now it's just 1v1, Regi-Steal versus Zeraora. I'm thinking he probably has Bulk Up or Close Combat or Drain Punch, something that's definitely going to kill me, so I'm just going to go for Protect again. I get the my leftovers knocked off as I fire off a Toxic. Luckily for me, I do connect. I go for a Protect because, you know, that's kind of all I really can do. If I go for a Seismic Toss, I'm just dooming myself. So I'm gonna try to Toxic Stall. I know that's kind of scummy of me, but I allow him to get off this hit. He goes for the Close Combat, takes me down very low to 13% as I get off a Seismic Toss. I go for a Protect, and he goes for a Plasma Fist because he doesn't want to get another defense drop, I guess? I don't know. It doesn't really matter, honestly. But luckily for me, I do get the double Protect here. Wow, that was actually insane, you guys. So, oh, sorry if you heard my phone go off there, but I hope you guys enjoyed that. It was a crazy battle. I don't really do Showdown that much. I definitely prefer Wi-Fi battles, but it's really hard to get Wi-Fi battles because people bring a lot of Ubers, and I, as a smoking player, I don't Dynamax, and it's, It's a huge disadvantage for me because everyone else Dynamaxes since there's no set rules on Switch Wi-Fi battles, you know. And I don't know, it's just more difficult to get Switch Wi-Fi battles uploaded, but I do still try my best to do it for you guys because I really hope you enjoy my content. Excuse me. So yeah, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and have a nice day, everyone. Bye.